American Reverend Zachariah Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. I will start this speech today with the word will and how the country was traumatized by the ugly action that took place in Newtown, Connecticut 2 weeks ago. Will we ever live to see a day where a child can go to school safely with no fear of armed criminals? When will the parents be assured that their children are in safe hands when they send them off to school? How long must this country wait for true change to happen? Unfortunately, like many other things, the demand for change tends to come when it is too late. On Friday, September 14th, 2012, in Newtown, Connecticut, a single person showed that truly unspeakable actions are possible anywhere. A small elementary school in normal American suburb was changed forever when the gunman randomly shot and killed 26 people. A majority of the casualties were first grade children between the ages of 6 and 7. Lenz, the shooter, committed suicide after taking all those precious lives. The news and the media blew up at the shocking news. As the rest of the world struggled to sense of the horrified tragedy, many questions are left unanswered. In a way, there are no clear answers to why a person would attempt to do something like this. Many of us sent prayer to the families affected. The rest of the world watched as we ourselves recuperated. The United States as a whole has more deaths by gun per year than any other country of the world. When will this all end? The event that took place that day were not only a tragedy, but an eye-opening lesson. As we as a country must come together to prevent such things from happening again. Columbine, Virginia Tech, and many others were not enough to prevent yet another shooting from occurring. Things will not change unless there is a command for it. Senseless acts of violence will only continue if we allow it. Our schools, movie theaters, shopping centers will always be vulnerable to criminals. There has been far too much bloodshed, far too many tears cried, and far too many families torn apart. Today, change should not only be a necessity, but a priority. We, as a community, must come together to not only ask for change, but demand it. Inactivity will never solve our problems. What we need to do is make calls and write to our local senators, congressmen, who work for us. The issue of gun control was never a top priority until now. If we want to create a safer environment for the next generation, we need to take the steps necessary to do so. I want to leave you with a quote from President Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. That was a quote by President Barack Obama. I'm going to step on the limb when I say this here. And I mean this here from my heart. Now, I don't know much about the NRA, but I have to say this here. The actions of what the NRA did by staying in neutral for a few days to allow grief and allow emotion to subside from the tragedy that happened in Newtown, Connecticut, was a good thing. And I also say this right here, and I know a lot of people will not agree with me. What the representative that spoke for the NRA said this year. He said, the only thing that will stop a bad person with a gun is a good person. And let me say this right here to the American people, and I believe this right here affectionately from my own heart, that he was right, because there's still more good people with guns than there are bad people. Because I'm going to say this right here about this nation. There's still more good people in this nation than it is bad. Thank you. And may God bless you. And may God bless the people in Newtown, Connecticut. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. I am the American Reverend Zachariah A. Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. Good day.